The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Anyway, this is Joe Concha. This is Concha at Night. So, Zohran Mamdani not happy about World Cup prices. And this is what I don't get at all. $150 it's going to cost you if you want to go from Penn Station to the Meadowlands, MetLife Stadium, if you are going to World Cup games there. All right, remember, the World Cup is going to be played throughout North America. That means several American cities from New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and then other cities in Canada and in Mexico. So, but it's such a big tournament that there'll be plenty of games out at MetLife, including the championship that usually happens in early July. So, all of that said, if you want to go, I think it's something like, I'd have to track it exactly, but I think it's maybe 8 miles. It's probably less from Penn Station to East Rutherford, New Jersey, where MetLife is. And yet, it's going to cost you $150 to get on a New Jersey Transit train, which, look, you're not exactly going to be able to sit down and order some champagne and, enjoy the ride through the swamp. I've taken New Jersey Transit for years, and these trains are bare bones, right? There's nothing offered in terms of food or drink. The bathrooms are sparse and not exactly clean, and the trains are impossibly slow. So, all that said, it's not exactly a $150 joyride. It ain't fun. And the fact that it normally costs something like, I think, $12 to go from Penn Station out to MetLife to see a Giant or a Jet game or a concert, for example. Now that's going up, obviously 12 times over plus. And the reason why is because apparently for all the things you have to do to make sure that the trains are able to carry that amount of traffic, that amount of volume, New Jersey Transit has to spend millions of dollars as a result. And of course, they will pass it on to you, the customer. Now, here's what I want to know. Why is transit in Philadelphia free to go to the World Cup? Because they want to be a nice, welcoming city of brotherly love, I guess, until they beat up Santa Claus one year at a Cowboys game. Long story. Cheered, actually, Michael Irvin when Irvin was concussed and out cold on the turf at Veterans Stadium. You want to talk about fans that are people you don't want to get into a fight with? I mean, forget Ranger fans. Nobody has anything on Philly. But besides the point, it's so there, as far as transit is concerned, they're doing something to make it as easy for people as possible, right? Let's see. Philadelphia will offer free post-match transit on its SEPTA Broad Street line. All right, that's the major one. 2026 World Cup fans leaving Lincoln Financial Field. That's nice. And meanwhile, here you have to pay $150 per ticket. So the complaint is that FIFA is passing the costs on to New Jersey Transit instead of them helping to pay for it while they take in billions of dollars in revenue from the biggest tournament in the world, the biggest sporting event in the world, and that is the World Cup. But why is New Jersey stuck with the bill and Philly ain't? What's going on here? Who negotiated this? Oh, that's right. Phil Murphy, the governor, should have demanded and been a little bit more, steadfast in saying, guys, you got to pony up some things here for our security and to make sure that we have additional trains and all the things that go into that. And instead it's all right, well, we're so happy that the World Cup's here that we'll take any deal. And that's great. So now Mamdani, of course, is complaining about this, about World Cup prices and how people are cut out from going to the games. Well, sorry. What is your solution, dude? Exactly. It's supply and demand. I'm sorry. Whether it be the Super Bowl, whether it's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup, World Series, NBA Finals, this is the way it works. All right? You don't give out hundreds, thousands of free tickets so, the lesser folks in terms of finances can see them. I don't like it either, but it's the way it is and always has been. So he's great at complaining about things, but I never hear a solution. Like, okay, from a financial standpoint, what is your solution? And again, he can never answer the question of how you're going to pay for stuff. Anyway, here's Memdani on World Cup prices. Cut number 16, go.
On the World Cup, are you concerned about the $150 fare to and from MetLife Stadium, especially now given that places like Philadelphia have announced free transit?
Yeah, look, I think I've long been clear that I am concerned about the ways in which this World Cup is pricing out so many working class supporters of the game. Soccer as a game is born out of the working class. And when you're looking at the ticket prices to attend the game, you're looking at the cost of getting to the game, it is something that is out of reach for many. And I also understand where the decision that New Jersey Transit has made, the decision coming from New Jersey elected officials, they are also reckoning with the fact that a lot of the cost has been placed upon them. And all of this while FIFA is anticipated to have about $11 billion in revenue over the course of this tournament. So I am continuing to be hopeful of ways that we can make this a more affordable experience for everyone. And we're going to look to show that New York City will be exactly that.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to look for ways to do that. What ways? Like, that's the follow-up question. How are you going to do that? The tournament starts in less than 2 months. Oh, by the way, you want to bring up the fact that a Democrat, somebody in your party, not a socialist, I guess, is the reason why $150 train tickets are happening right now, or that, through the roof as far as you want to be in the stadium. Again, I never hear a solution. I hear a lot of complaining. But, let's bring him some cheese with that wine, because that's all it is. Just wine, and that's unfair. Okay, great. So how are you going to do it? How are you going to pay for it? Just like, again, with the whole, which drives me crazy, universal child care, utterly ridiculous. How are you going to pay for that? We're talking like tens of billions of dollars. And he's like, well, we'll have it for 2-year-olds by the time my first term's over in 4 years. Okay, there are other ages, too, that fall under that, and you still haven't explained how you're going to pay for it.